Beterbiev destroys Browne. What's going on, everybody? gfunkyboxing. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe, hit the like button, hit the notification bell. Look, man, this is the first fight of a lot of fights that happened this weekend. I'm going to try to get to all of them, but I want to talk about this one first since it was the first card of the weekend. Man, Beterbiev looked impressive to me. I was very impressed with his win over Browne. I saw a lot of people, sort of, backing off of their pick of Beterbiev, thinking, man, Browne's a live dog. Browne might end up getting him. And I think I understand why, and I'm going to talk about that after I give my thoughts on the fight. But I want to say this. Look, Beterbiev impressed the hell out of me, and here's why he impressed me. I think he came out right away and he understood that Browne wanted to stay on the back foot. He knew he didn't want to stand toe-to-toe with him. Browne's game plan was to box down the outside, keep Beterbiev resetting, which I think is a very good game plan against guys with the style of Beterbiev. What I really think they underestimated was his ability to close distance and his good footwork. He doesn't have the fastest feet or hands, Beterbiev that is, but they're very good. He's very intelligent, knows what he's doing in there. And I could tell right away from round one, he came out, and obviously Browne, again, wanted to stay behind that jab, move around the ring. But I feel like Beterbiev came out, put a lot of good pressure right away, and forced him to move a lot faster and to work a lot harder to do things in those first couple of rounds, which I think is a brilliant game plan when you're in there with a guy who does want to move. Force him to move more, force him to use more energy. And we saw eventually a couple rounds later, Browne was already moving a lot less. He was already getting tired. He was already getting touched up. A headbutt happened. Really bad headbutt. Both guys suffered lacerations, but Beterbiev's in the middle of his forehead was really, really bad. And he didn't blink an eye at it. It didn't bother him. He continued to come forward. Even though the doctor threatened to stop it, he came out right away and was looking to, try to get Browne out of there. He didn't want the fight to be stopped because of the cut. Ended up dropping him with a body shot. I can't remember the round when he first dropped him. But to finish the fight off, lands a beautiful left hook to the liver, then brings it up straight through the middle with an uppercut. Beautiful combination. Reminded me of Tommy the Duke Morrison. He used to throw that combination a lot with his left hooks. Go to the body and bring it up top, whether it be a hook or an uppercut. Beautiful combination. I love it. Like I said, I was really impressed with Beterbiev because of his ability to close that distance, apply good pressure, and make Browne work harder than he needed to. It reminded me of like when when you would see a basketball team that's really good defensively, they would make these other offensive teams work harder, work faster, make them make bad decisions by applying that good pressure defense. And that's kind of what happened here with Beterbiev. Made Browne work a lot harder to do the things that he wanted to do in there early on. And it paid off as the fight went on. But I really am impressed with the way that Beterbiev punches. Well, like I said, he doesn't have the fastest hands or the fastest feet, but they're very intelligent. As far as his hands go, like I already talked about the feet, but as far as the hands go, I feel like he keeps his punches really, really short and compact, which I think is really good. I like fighters that have real tight and short punches like that. They get to the target much quicker, even though you don't have, like I said, you don't have the most explosive, fast hands. They get there quick because they're short. And I think that's what Beterbiev does. Defensively, I've been hearing a lot of people say, hey, he gets hit a lot. And you know what? That's one of those things, man. He's never going to be a defensive wizard. He doesn't really have a whole lot of head movement, upper body movement, but I feel like he does do a good job of catching punches with his guard. He's got that shell guard that he likes to use when he comes forward, and then fire shots off of that. And he's shown the ability to take a good shot. He took some good punches here in this fight from Browne, and They didn't affect him. So I feel like, man, he might be the best 175-pounder right now over Bivol and Smith, the other two champions in that division. So I was really, really impressed. And I want to say this real quickly before I close out. I have a feeling that the reason why people were kind of backing off their pick here was because, and it's something that D-Style and I talk about all the time on all the shows that we've done in the past, about how just because you have a guy who, wants to move on the back foot and, fight behind the jab and stuff like that, stay on the outside, counter shot, and you got a guy that's going to come forward like Beterbiev, a lot of people have this predetermined notion that that style is tailor-made for the guy who wants to stay on the outside. But when you have a really good, intelligent pressure fighter like Beterbiev, that's not the case. And that's what we saw Friday night. And, it's just, again, that's just something to think about in the future. Yes, styles make fights, but you also got to look at what type of outboxer, what type of pressure fighter do you have, because they're not all created equal. I'm just going to say that, and last but not least, I'm not going to talk about a possible fight with Canelo for Beterbiev because I just don't think that fight's going to happen next. Okay, so you guys in the comments say, hey, man, what do you think about Canelo, man, moving up and fighting, man? You know what? I'm not going to talk about it because I don't like to talk about fights that aren't made or that I don't think are going to be made. So we'll see what happens. If it gets made, I'll definitely give you my opinion on it. But as of right now, it's not even in the cards, I don't think. So I'll leave it at that. But and again, if you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe, hit the like button. gfunkyboxing, I'm out.